Well, Bill, this is it's that time of year.
It's that time of year.
Got to admit that it's a little weird. I've been covering the festival probably I've grown up in Utah, so I've been going, 30-something years. But covering-wise, this is I think around my 13th or 14th year as a professional, and I almost don't remember what to do, if that makes sense. In that the last 2 years I've been able to festival from my bedroom essentially, which wasn't ideal, but it was nice. Tell us a little bit about being back.
Yeah, so we're back in person for the 2023 Film Festival, first time since 2020. We had 2 virtual festivals, and this year you're going to see a lot of the same things. We're back in Park City, we're back in Salt Lake City, we're back at the Sundance Resorts. We're also continuing the online portion of the festival. So for us this year, that's very exciting to be not only back in person and experiencing a live festival. There's nothing like a live festival, and there's nothing like celebrating independent film through a live festival. But we're also really excited to continue the online portion of the festival, which even with the circumstances that brought us to do an online virtual festival, we saw that it was more accessible to people. We saw that it was more inclusive. We saw far more Sundancers who've never been to Sundance, never been to Utah before, experience those films. And we're going to be showing 75% of our program online, which is very exciting. But being back in person, there's nothing like it. We've been doing it close to 40 years. There's nothing like being on the mountain, being here in Salt Lake. And it's just a really, it's going to be so joyful and really heartening to see audiences back in the theaters watching independent films from new and exciting and bold artists, which is what Sundance is all about.
Down here in Salt Lake, you've added the Gateway Theater.
Yes, so we're at the Megaplex at the Gateway, which is very exciting for us to expand our presence in Salt Lake. We have a number of screens there showing all kinds of films from all across the program. We're even going to be selling merchandise there, which is also very exciting. So we're always thrilled to be able to cover both Park City, which is our home base, but Salt Lake is really dear to the festival too and those audiences. So it's a real thrill to be able to expand our presence a little bit here.
I think the addition of the Grand a few years back also was a huge bonus for Salt Lake City in the sense that the size of the building almost not guarantees, but it gives you a very good chance of being able to go and see a lot of these films.
Exactly, and the Megaplex, the Megaplex at the Gateway is also doing that too. We have some small houses there for those more intimate films, and we have some of those big houses for some of the more crowd-pleasing films. So we're really excited to be expanding our presence across Salt Lake.
What is it like for you? I believe this is your first year as a producer.
Yes, this is my first year as a festival producer. I've been an attendee for many years with other jobs, and so it's definitely interesting and fun and wonderful to be now behind the scenes working at Sundance.
Is it a little hard to believe that it is actually happening at this point?
In some ways it's hard to believe we're coming back, but we've been planning all year for an in-person return, and we're really excited. You know, the health and safety of our patrons is of the utmost importance, and we're still encouraging people to wear masks and test if they feel comfortable and need to. So it's been a long journey to get back here, but based on the excitement of people around the program and buying tickets, we're just so thrilled to see that excitement back with our audiences, and they're just as gung-ho to be back in person as we are.
I think the one thing that really was missing from the virtual aspect of the festival was the opportunity to be with strangers and talking about the film you just saw, or being up in Park City on the bus and just turning to someone who you've never met, who's probably not even from the same city you are, or state, or they may be from Europe or whatnot, and asking, so what have you seen?
Yeah.
What did you like?
Yeah, that's the excitement, whether you're on the shuttle or waiting in line, or if you're in the lobby after seeing a movie. That's the thrill of doing an in-person live film festival. There's really nothing like it. You can watch it from your home, and the films and the works are still the same, but that energy and that conversation is just so vital for this festival and for the artists and for the audiences. And as you mentioned, whether it's a stranger or a film that a director of a film you just saw, that's that's so heartening, and that's what Sundance is all about, and those connections, and being cold together and bundling up together, and sitting there and watching Q&As and being stimulated and having arguments and conversations, and you can't replicate that at home. So we are so thrilled that audiences are just as excited as we are, and the artists are also very excited to be back in person too.
Yeah, you've reminded me of a couple of my favorite experiences where I've been in one of the cafes just waiting to go see a show and talking to the person across, saying, okay, so why are you here? Oh, I shot that film you're about to see, or
yeah,
I was a producer on the film that you're about to watch, or it's actually one of the stars, and they just haven't been discovered yet, and it's the sort of thing where then you'll see them, and maybe it's not in the movie you're about to see, but maybe it's 3 movies in, and you'll go, oh my gosh, I sat across from them, we had a nice conversation, and I had no idea who they were. And that to me is kind of thrilling. Yeah,
it's part of the magic. It's whether you meet someone who, is just starting out in their career, or maybe is going to be even a potential collaborator down in the future. It's that Sundance is all about that and has a long, rich history. And we're just so thankful to the artists that come and show their work and really share it with audiences. And so that's where the magic stems from for us.
So single tickets are available right now.
Single tickets are available right now. The festival starts on Thursday, goes through Sunday the 29th. The online portion of the festival starts on the 24th, on that Tuesday. We're really excited. We're gearing up. All the things are happening. Signage is going up, and theaters are getting loaded in, and staff and volunteers are getting checked in, and it's a really exciting time. We're just so we're ready.
Well, and I'm excited. Again, it's been something I've missed for the past couple of years, so I'm hoping to dive in, and I think quickly I'll remember what it is about the festival that is magical, because it is magical. Appreciate you taking some time to talk with us today. So
thank you so much. So glad to be here.